but it's been such a good day. Nobody has fallen in yet. Okay, so we've all had some lunch and we have come to Leadclough Mine, which I've been here many times since I started vlogging. Helicopters overhead looking for us. And we've come to this first waterfall on the way up. I don't know how many we'll do today. We've got all afternoon, but it's just everyone getting the shots that they want. There's not a lot of space here. Not a lot of optimum position for the best shots, really. But everyone's going down to it. Bit of a tricky climb down, but it's not too bad. But there's lots of water coming over it today. Bit of swirlage going on both sides of the fall as well. And one of my favourite mini falls is just up around here, around this corner. So I might do that first and then come back to this afterwards, although the swirls down there are looking very enticing. So yeah, hopefully this afternoon will be as good as this morning, because this morning's been brilliant. Fantastic locations, great people, stunning imagery. So I found an actual easier way down. Thanks to Owen John, he just found an easier way down, so I've come down that way. However, again, it's like this morning, it's a bit tussling for space. So I'm just waiting my turn, being very British and waiting in the queue. Even though I've already got shots of this, I think the amount of water coming over today is another one is required. But yeah, there's a nice little overflow over here. Just lovely location, beautiful sunshine coming out, great company as well. Okay, so I've just taken a variety of shots of this waterfall from the left-hand bank. And I've got to tell you, I know why this is one of my favourite places to vlog and take pictures at. The earthly tones of this water are just incredible, created by all the rocks. It's like a dark, deep crimson colour. The waterfall itself, even though it's not very big, it's probably 5-6 foot tall. The flow coming off it today, creating a beautiful swirlage either side, and also where it's hitting the water. Went on a long exposure, it just looks incredible. All these rocks as well serve as a beautiful foreground. And I think the colours of the rocks as well. On the right hand side of the falls, there's this beautiful burnt orange colour, sort of just cut into the waterfall, which I've just tried to include in my shots. So all in all, I'm very happy. So many photos have been taken of this today, which is incredible, and we've been blessed with some beautiful sunshine. Okay, so most people have now got their shots and they seem to be heading back up to the top. I'm gonna try and get in the water and try and get one final shot, possibly with a rock in the foreground, possibly there's some bubbles leading you, sort of coming off the falls. Possibly using that as a line, having that coming towards the camera, and just trying to get one final shot of this before we head back up and move on to the next one as well. Hopefully I won't slip or fall in, but I'm going to set this camera up just in case, because obviously I want to share that. And at the end I'll try and share the final picture that I get from this falls. I think there's going to be a lot. Make sure you go and check out all these guys' work, and I'll include their details in the description below, links to their YouTube channels, links to their Instagram pages and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully I won't need any armbands, but I'm going to go in. Okay, so I've set up this shot with this rock in the foreground and that as my background. I'm hoping that the sun's just disappeared, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to cast a big shadow, because I was doing before. But I really want the detail of that rock in the foreground, really pulling you in, and then the detail of the waterfall in the background, nice and ethereal, nice and streamlined and smoothed out. Trying to keep really still because I don't want to cast any shadows or indeed create any more shadows than I already am. Really nice shot, however I was casting shadows as I thought I would be, so I'm going to have to untangle my cable release and move back slightly so I don't cause any shadows. That's better. Right, let's count to a minute and see what happens. So I'm really happy with that shot. I managed to get my shadow out of the shot. It was, my shadow of my head was on that stone in the foreground, but I think that's the colour of that stone brings the picture to life. The waterfall is fantastic. I know the waterfall is fantastic, but just picking that stone in the foreground, the colour, the greens, the dark browns, and just the overall colour of that boulder is brilliant. A great foreground to a lovely background. Okay, I'll pop that one up now, along with any other pictures that I get from this one, because I think we're going to scramble back out and head up to the next one as well. I'm really happy with those pictures that I took from down there. I think they're better than the last one that I took last time I came. But I've just come away from the group for a minute just to come and sit by this falls that I've taken pictures of before. It looks fantastic in autumn. It's not calling out to me to take pictures of it now, but this is definitely my go-to falls for autumn. This area just allows so much waterfall photography, whether it's 5-foot falls, there's one further up which is maybe 20 foot, or like 2 foot. There's so many opportunities to take pictures, and especially when there's so much water coming over it, it just allows you to try something different and perhaps not shoot the main fall that you would otherwise take a picture of. But I will definitely be coming back here in autumn when it's surrounded by beautiful burnt orange colours, leaves everywhere. As you can see, there's a lot more water there today because it's a lot deeper. All them boulders under there were not underwater before. That's where I almost slipped as well, so it's probably very slippy. But I'll be coming back there in autumn for sure. Okay, I think everyone's finished flying the drones, so we're going to head up. It's about a 10-minute walk to the next falls. Don't know what it'll be like. Judging by the amount of water here, there should be quite a lot of water coming over it. But last time I went, it wasn't very accessible, and there were only 2 of us, and there's 11 of us, so it might be a bit tricky. But the sun's coming out, there's loads of great photos being taken, and I'd love you to come along to another one. We are talking about doing another one at some point. So yeah, keep an eye on the website, keep an eye on the Facebook page, and I'll mention it in vlogs as well. It'd be great to see more people coming out with the cameras, whatever, whether you're a vlogger, whether you're just a beginner with a camera, first time you picked up a camera, whether you're a pro. It'd be lovely to meet a whole range of people. Right, let's go. Right, so we've made it down to this waterfall, which I've been to before, but it's definitely worth it. This waterfall must be 20, 30 feet high, and it's beautiful. I'm going to try, if I can, and get down into the river a little bit more. I'm not sure how I'll get out, but I think there's a very, 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 very good shot here somewhere. Okay, so we made it down, which was a bit of a task. I think getting back up is going to be a bit of an issue, but we'll persevere and see what we can do. I've just set up a minute test shot and it wasn't quite bright enough. Usually I wouldn't include the sky, but because the sky is perfectly piercing blue, I am including it today. I've got some mini falls in the foreground. I've got the big 30-foot fall in the background, and then I've got some beautiful sky up above as well. I'm gonna go for 90 seconds to a minute because it's quite dark down here. Maybe 1:45. We'll see what that is like. Be nice to see what other people come up with from here as well. So that shot didn't really look as good as I'd hoped really. I'm going to try and find another composition down here to try and really show that falls off. It just, something wasn't quite right about that other shot. But there's definitely pictures down here because I've taken them before. I think I need to look at what the water's doing, the flow, and see what the sunshine is lighting up. It's not really coming into this valley that much. Just a few bits, patches here and there. So let's see what other shots I can find. Okay, so I've got quite a nice shot of that. I think it's possibly a bit too overexposed, but I can hopefully pull that back in post-production. Not that I do a lot of post-production, but I think us four, Paul's already disappeared back to the others. I think we're going to get our final shots now and head back to Tim and Lyndon and the other guys who are waiting for us who didn't want to come down here. And then we're possibly going to try and find a sunset somewhere for tonight, possibly where me and Tim took one a few, well, I don't know, it'd be like 9-10 months ago now. But yeah, what a beautiful place to come and spend the day. That's 5 waterfalls we've been to. Everyone's got different shots of different places, different angles. Really, really, really good day. So yeah, I'll say goodbye from here and I'll catch up with you again at sunset. Okay, so this is sunset. We're probably 10 or 15 minutes away from it, but the sun's disappeared behind the cloud and it's kind of extinguished it. I'm still holding out a little bit of hope because last time I came here, pretty much the same thing happened. We did have a beach last time though, like a shaly beach down here, but the water levels are really high on the reservoir, so there's no way to access that. I don't know if there will be a sunset tonight. There might be. If there is, I'll put an image up at the end. But it's been such a good day. Nobody has fallen in yet, and there's 6 of us left. There were 11, so it was a great turnout really. Last time was 9 people, this time was 11, so it's growing. We are going to do another one. I'm not sure where or when, possibly June, July, and possibly in the Peak District, but we'll talk about it. It'd be great to get other people's input if you think we should do it in a certain place or a certain time, or if it's near you or a different part of the country. Let me know. It's just been great to be with like-minded people, talking about photography, taking some really good pictures, and yeah, just being out, fresh air in your lungs. Really good experience, really good day. So if you're new around here, I'm Joseph. Please like the video if you have indeed liked the video. Any comments below I will reply to, and please hit that subscribe button for more content coming up over the next few weeks. So yeah, from Rivington on this meet up, Waterfalls and Woodland, that's me signing off, and I'll see you on the next one.